Shalom, shalom. It's Shamak. I want to start by, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakodash. Don't want to set the our apostles, great millstone, rule well, teach well. Kazak shalom to you brothers, just few sisters who tune in, listen, and learning. And just various topics. I ain't really got no specific title for this lesson. Just a couple things that I wanted to speak on. And Lord's willing, quote a couple of precepts while I'm on this in transit. First and foremost, you know, something I was meditating on is, brothers being around brothers more often. It was something that was said. It wasn't in a lesson, but it was something, or in a camp video or sit down or nothing, but it was something that one of the brothers had mentioned to me after a camp, one of the camps that we had, going into like the reason. And it was mentioned more than once, going into like the reason that brothers is around each other might be because, we might be around each other during Jacob's trouble, and it kind of sat with me, something I was meditating on, because the Lord, he do certain things for a reason. Of course, we understand that some of us might be martyrs for this truth. We might not have we all see that our lives is on the line for this thing, and it's we see that it's possible that we could die, but also you're gonna have some brothers that's gonna be pilgrims upon the earth, like the scripture say, be ye even as pilgrims. In those times, be ye even as pilgrims. So you will have certain brothers that might be being pilgrims on the earth, meaning brothers not gonna take the trip, might gonna have to hide out in the woods or whatever, to sustain and survive, which we already surviving, but that's just like a different type of surviving, like which you already have, certain brothers who stay out, like, for example, like different brothers in the South, like near North Carolina, South Carolina, like North Carolina and stuff like that. Maybe like even other places like near in Texas and stuff like that. You might already have brothers who hunt and stuff like that. Like, the Lord put spirit, He might put that spirit on you to do stuff like that for a reason, because it might come a time, or it will come a time where you might have to use those skills, in order to operate during Jacob's trouble. Brothers know how to fix vehicles. Brothers know how to, do carpenter work. Like, even like, that might be considered as low level because, it's carnal. But even something like that, can be considered, the Lord can use that, as a skill for you in a time of trouble. All these things are possible. So, there's something to keep in mind. That's why the Lord might put us around different brothers, because different brothers got different skills, and we might have to rely on each other, which we already have to rely on each other. That's why brothers do arms and stuff like that. That's why brothers set up arms and stuff like that, for us to be able to operate in some type of, system where we can really benefit off of each other, in order though, in order, but also because that's another thing, brothers mentioning how brothers should spend more time around each other, because it's a saying, like, out of sight, out of mind, out of sight, one of the two. So when something is out of your sight, when something is out of your sight, it's like you're not mindful of that. For example, like, if you always, for example, like, let's say you got $20, but you only take $5 to work with you. It's like you're mindful that you're not mindful of the $20 that you could have spent in that one day. Because if you would have took the whole 20 to work with you, it's possible that that $20 bill could have been spent all on, whatever you would have saw at the gas station, or whatever you would have, like, whatever would have tempted your eye, in the food aisle, or whatever. But if you just take the 5 with you, then you don't see the other 15. So it's impossible for you to spend a whole 20. The Lord's when I'm making sense with that, because when you don't see the brothers, when you're not consistent with seeing the brothers, that's around that's laboring with you, then you don't respond. Or, you don't respond like you is a brother, because if you're not, look at it like this, like, the portion of the portion of the ones that's going to be delivered, like the scripture say in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 13 and verse 8, the scripture say, it say that the third, talking about, you know, going into how the 1/3, like how the third part would be tested and tried, you know, and then the second part gonna be cut off, paraphrasing the scripture. Like that's a large portion of that's a large ratio from 2/3 to 1/3. It's way less 1/3 than it is 2/3. So if you're not around the brothers, the hopeful elect brothers, you know, who keeping the law to the best of their ability, stand on the sound doctrine, giving double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, giving double honor to the elder brothers under them, you know, and reverencing, you know, the other brothers, and like the scripture saying, you know, putting another brother over yourself, like esteeming another brother over yourself, paraphrasing, like these like-minded brothers. If you're not around them, then who the hell are you around? You know, you're around, most likely you're around some niggas at work. You know, you around the man, like Jay Coleman, working for the man. You around a man who telling you what to do at work, you know, or something like that. Or you around your Eve. You know, you might be around your baby mama or something. You know, her wicked ass. You know, majority of the time. You know. So that's not edifying. Being around niggas all the time, being around a man. You know, you know, the man, as Esau called him. I mean, as Jay called Esau. You know, working for them. Oh, what the fuck? But shit. But that's the spirit though. But Slocky kind of got distracted. But if you're not around, you know, them, if you're not around the men of the Lord, then you know you're around, you know, these wicked niggas, man. You know, just putting it straight forward. Which that can rub off on you, because just like how these wicked niggas can rub off you, or just like how because really these wicked niggas can rub off of you. You're supposed to be letting the brotherhood is supposed to rub off of you. Like I got a testimony. Like whenever I'm around the brothers, even if we just conversing, it don't even have to be like a sit down or a study session. It could just be just chilling out with the brothers, and I feel rejuvenated. You had a long day or some shit, like you know. And so just so it happens I ended up having a good day yesterday, and then, you know, I ran into some bullshit, somebody's bullshit, Eve's bullshit, you know, and it kind of took my spirit down from my, you know where I was at, which that's, you know, that's normal. You're not always gonna be in the same spirit all the time. You know, you have your ups and downs. That's normal. But you know, with that being said, you know, I went to go chill with the brothers. You know, we did. You know, we went and grabbed something to eat, and you know, ended up being rejuvenated. You know, and there was a lot of edification that came out. You know, because brothers be, especially like brothers that been in this thing for a little while. You know, a little bit longer than us younger brothers. They have different testimonies and stuff. You know, which those testimonies build your faith. Like they make you stronger and more, you know, founded in this thing of ours. So you know, the older brothers, you know, they got more experience, so they more, you know, we should be listening to them more, you know, more than we speak, you know, because it's more edification that come out there. That's something I, you know, meditating on too. Like, for us younger brothers, we really do have to be more open ears, you know, when it comes to like you know, the elder brothers, you know, because they got longer testimony. But you know, shit, you know, back to the topic at hand. You know, just being around the brothers, you know, different brothers will rub off on you, you know. But you know, these are brothers that are the hopeful elect, you know. So that's a good thing, and they keep you in the spirit. You know, these are things that could keep you in the spirit, because most likely, like, I'm gonna keep it real, like, most likely if you ain't around the brothers and you spend a lot of time around niggas, you're gonna find yourself not having time to do the lessons. You're gonna find yourself not having time to do study, to study the scriptures. You know, you might listen to some videos or whatever, but then at the same time, like, you know, when you're not being consistent for a long period of time, you know, and maybe not even long period of time. It might be you might be not being consistent for the next couple of days. That could turn into a long period of time, you know. But that's why we had to spend more time around brothers. You know, when brothers be saying like, you know, stuff like why you ain't been around the brothers and stuff like that. Like you can't take offense. It's just like these brothers know what they talking about, because being around the brotherhood, you know, keep you, like the scriptures say. Matter of fact, like the scriptures say, the scriptures tell you, they say we're one or two. It's like 2 or 3 are in a midst. They say there am I also paraphrasing scriptures. So where you got 2 or 3, you know, that's together. That fear of the Lord, that's where the Spirit is at. The Spirit is, you know, the Spirit, Yahweh Shai is there, man. You know, because we is the body. You know, hey, you know, if you put the arm, and if the arm is loose from the body, and then you put the you got an arm, a leg, and a head that comes together, that body has more room to be able to move and operate. Those 3 little parts of the body can operate more when they together. So that's why Yahweh Shai is there, you know, in the midst, you know, when brothers is together, you know, because we not always together. We not always together. We brothers got, you know, lives, children, jobs. You know, we trying to survive in Esau's kingdom, each and every single one of us. So we do have our downtime where we have to deal with what we got going on, right? But with that being said, it's like you have to still rejuvenate yourself, because being alone all the goddamn time, that lone spirit will take you out of the spirit, because now you pretty much making it, you pretty much saying me. You know, you pretty much just making it about me. At that point, you know, if you want to be alone, you know, because once again, like the scriptures say, if one man be alone, then paraphrasing, none to help him up or something like that. Like if the 2 men be together, then when he fall, he have one to help him up. And if 3 men be together, paraphrasing, they can fight against something. Paraphrasing scripture. I hate butchering the scriptures, but you know, once again, in translate. But you know, it's better. Two heads is better than one, like you're saying in the world. You know, even Jake say that in the world, like 2 heads is better than one. But you know, you're not really, you know, I don't really hear people, you know, nobody saying that nowadays, like, because you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of division is out in the earth. So you ain't really got too many people say that. But that's all the more reason why brothers should be together. Because who the hell got this, man? Who the hell got unity like this when Yahweh Shai is sending division all throughout the earth? Ain't nobody got unity, man. The Lord is stripping unity from everybody. Everybody is about to turn against everybody, man. You know, just putting it straight forward. Everybody about to turn against everybody. Like the scripture say, what the mother shall hate the son hate the father, I'm paraphrasing. Everybody is about to turn, and you seeing that on a high level now, man. You know, you seeing that on a high level. You know, so we really the only ones who really have true unity. That's because we the body. You know, we are part. You know, Lord's will we the body of Yahweh Shai. Lord's will we are the men. You know, so that's the real unity. That's where you're gonna find the best unity at. Really, the one and only unity is in the men that fear Yahweh Shai. You know, so brothers, you know, gotta make sure that they, you know, like Apostle Ricard had mentioned a couple lessons ago, staying in the affairs of the brothers, seeing what brothers got going on. Brother might go fishing, shit, you know, he might go fishing or something, you know. Brother might, you know, do a barbecue or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, just might go hoop, like, you know, just staying in the affairs, you know, to the best of your ability. You know, just staying in these affairs to the best of your ability. Because, you know, we'll be, you know, like the scriptures say, hey, because you know what, like a lot of people don't even cherish another person's company nowadays. Like, don't nobody even cherish another person's company. Like, you go in the midst of somebody, especially like a woman, they want, you know, it's like, who gives a fuck, you know, reject you and get the fuck out of my face, right? Nobody really respects the company of another man. That's how Esau's, or another being, like, that's how Esau's kingdom is set up. Nobody really gives a fuck about nobody else, man. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. So, especially, we should be the main ones making sure that we around the brothers, because if we don't, we pretty much saying, who gives a fuck about your company? You know, which that can bite you in the ass, because we coming into a time of desolation, like the scriptures say. The abomination of desolation. Paraphrasing the scriptures talk about in the book of 2nd Ezra, talking about a man shall desire to hear another man's voice. People don't even motherfucking respect the company of another being nowadays, man. So we should be the main one. It's worse for us if we don't, because we the ones that got the truth. So shit, what if the Lord take a brother away from us, or take us out of the midst of the brothers in a time of trouble, when the lights come off and the cell phones, you know, service is knocked out, you know what I mean? Then that's what we're gonna say. I don't want to be a lone wolf, but where the brothers at? Like, no, you gotta be in that spirit now, because that's the Lord preparing you for the times to come. You gotta be in that spirit now. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with like a lot of lone wolf niggas, man. You know, he ain't dealing with a lot of lone wolf dudes, man. You know. Cause you pretty much saying, like, you know, you don't need the body of your house shot. Which that can offend the body. That can offend the body. Because if the body was missing one, if the body is missing one pinky, the whole part of the body can still be thrown off, because just because it's, you know, or off balance, just because it's missing that one pinky. Every single part of it. See that, but that's why brothers gotta stay linked in with the brothers, man. You know, you gotta stay linked in with the brothers, man. It might not be, you know what I mean? It might not. Once again, brothers gotta be having stuff going on, like, and then brothers be dealing with illness. There'll be all type of shit going on. But when you know that you don't have, when you know that the Lord is picking you, like, you know, poking you to, and you know, pretty much poking you and what's the word I'm looking for? Like trying to get you to do, you know, to be around the brotherhood more. Taking the spirit from you, because you're not, like, when you get to the point to where the Lord taking the spirit from you because you're not being around the brotherhood, that's when you know, like, you know what I mean? And that goes with anything, like, you know. But shit, I kind of, like, the spirit kind of was more so focused on just being around the brotherhood. This lesson, I was going to another point in transit, but it kind of slipped me. If the spirit hop back on it, I just do another lesson on it. But, you know, for right now, Lord's willingness is edifying. Once again, brothers want to, you know, diving into that point, you know, just making sure you on the affairs of the brothers, you know. Because if, once again, it's like, not to beat a dead horse, but like, if the brother ain't got one thing, then the next brother got it. You know, just know that, like, you know, this is a hell of a brotherhood. Like, you really, like, I be wooed about it. You know, like Jake say, woo. I be like, you know, I marvel at it. You know, this brotherhood, because the Lord got it set up. You know, He got it set up in a beautiful way. You know, He really do got this brotherhood set up in a beautiful way. I wouldn't have found this type of, you know, for lack of a better word, type of system, you know, going on with the brotherhood and any other, you know, type of council in the world, man. You know, family, school, friends, anything, job, friend, job, employee, peers, for lack of better words. You know, wouldn't have found this anywhere else, man. You know, but speaking to myself first and foremost, that's why we have to, you know, make sure that we in the affairs of the brothers. And you know another thing that could take you out of the affairs of the brothers? When you're going off, like going off too much. You know, we understand, like, we in the flesh, you know, these bodies, man, we could be wrong, we could be right sometimes. But we just fear the Lord. But you know, like, sometimes that's why the scriptures say, you know, being over wicked, over righteous. Because sometimes when you're being over righteous, that can keep you from being out in the midst of the brothers. And sometimes when you be over wicked, that can keep you out of the midst of the brothers too. You know, because you feel like you more so focused on that point, you know, making your point when you over righteous, or you know, you feel like you more so focused on doing this thing that's not pleasing to the Lord when you over wicked. You know, that can keep you from the brothers. Which, you know, if you do find yourself in a situation where you're doing something over righteous or over wicked, it might be wise. It might be wise to you know, stay away from the brother. You know, sometimes you just gotta take the low. Like, you know, you don't want to be just bringing spirits around the brothers. You know what I mean? When you know, it can be like, you know what I mean? You know, it can be, you know, off. You know, or it can be offensive or whatever. You know. So, you know, I mean, shit, you know, Lord's willing, this is edifying. For giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Until next time, I say shalom, abad, babal.